Good morning, girls. Today we'll see about cloud management, resiliency, provisioning. We have already learnt about the cloud resources. They present quite a challenges to the organization, and a cloud business has to provide a clear understanding to its customers how they will be billed for the services that they consume. So here the cost module should contain or must be equitable. That is, how much ever they use a particular service, it has to bill for the proportionate amount of usage. And it should be controllable. There should be some sort of control so that the customers can take some decisions about the services that they are consuming and its appropriate costing. And next is repeatable and predictable. Whatever the service charges that are given by the cloud vendors, they must be for quite a period of time. They should follow it for a 6 or a 12-month period so that IT businesses can forecast the budget for the services that they consume. And it should be simple also, so that everybody will be able to understand the billing charges, and there wouldn't be any confusion about the charges. And it should be comprehensive. All the costs must be associated with the service. There shouldn't be any indirect or some cost like that. Every service must be associated with a particular cost. The next topic is on resiliency. We have already heard this topic in our previous classes. So resiliency, it means that the ability to quickly adapt when there is a risk or down. Okay. So it's the capacity to rapidly adapt and respond to risks as well as opportunities. Now the resiliency gives you the or shows you the state at which, when there is some problem in the services or functionality, the resiliency will show you how quickly they spring back to their routine business. Okay, we all know that there could be some risks or outage, but the resiliency tells you about the how quick they can come back to their normal functioning. And recently there was an outage in the Google cloud also. So if maybe within a half an hour they were able to come spring back to operation. So that is about resiliency. And the assessment process, it examines the business driven, data driven and event driven. Mainly the goal is to understand the risk to the company when something happens in the cloud, when there is problem in the cloud. So the company has to understand the risk about it. Resiliency capabilities. So from a facilities perspective, they have to implement some power protection so that their backup services takes on, and then it comes to the normalcy. Next is about the security perspective. This is mainly to protect the data that they store in the cloud, and they need to have some biometric solution. They should have some proper authentication mechanisms, and also they need to take care about the backup, etc. From a process perspective, they may implement identification, documentation of the most important business or functionality. One big process can also be split up into small processes, and definitely they need to compliance with the government regulations and standards. From an organizational perspective, they have to take an approach to address the location of the company. They need to think about the backup of the workstation, etc. And from a strategy and vision perspective, they may want to implement some kind of crisis management. Okay, when something happens, then definitely they need to have some backup plan. So they should all have thought about it, and they should have documented all these things. Next is on the provisioning. Now this is a service. Provisioning process is actually a service that uses another lot of services to make it happen, and that is known as solution realization. Now provisioning happens only after they get a request for a particular kind of service, and this is essential to fully provision an environment. Maybe it could be for an application or for a database. Now provision includes development, testing, quality assurance, disaster recovery. So all these procedures must be taken care in the provisioned environments also. Now the provision products, they are all built up with all the necessary software and the infrastructure, and the solutions are defined according to the standard workflows. Before the request for service is accepted, all the design is completed and documentation, everything is done here. The hardware is assembled, cabled and connected to a network and storage area network also before the actual provisioning happens. Now provisioning, learning about this provisioning mechanism is important, because during the provisioning is nothing but giving some service to the customer, right? So during the provisioning time, some crisis or some risk or some problem might occur. Okay, and so if some problem happens during the provisioning time, then definitely we will be losing our customers in future. So to prevent the interruption of provisioning task due to some unforeseen or some other problem, so all the necessities, all the activities must be completed well before itself, and signing agreement, everything has to be completed well beforehand itself. So the following activities are discussed during the provisioning before it actually happens. Planning precedes execution, and then validating build specifications precedes before building, and then the packaged software installation. For example, a customer is requesting for some application or for some software installation, so every procedure is before tried and then tested, and then only that installation starts on a server, and in the server everything is neatly tied and stacked and cabled and connected to storage and network before it actually happens. So today we have seen about resiliency and provisioning. This is the reference textbook. Thank you for listening to the session. See you soon. Bye-bye.